salivary glands are over there? 6 salivary glands. Total 6 salivary glands are there, right? Salivary amylase is secreted by salivary gland. So salivary amylase is absent in herbivore, right? This is basically neat question. So here you can see that this parotid gland, it secretes salivary amylase or alpha amylase. Salivary amylase or alpha amylase, they are called ptyalin. So remember, either it is written that parotid gland secrete ptyalin, or it is written they are released amylase or alpha amylase. They all are the same thing, right? Similar thing. So parotid gland, they are the large gland and they secrete the salivary amylase, alpha amylase or the ptyalin. So their function is they digest the carbohydrate. They convert starch into glucose and galactose. Now there are two more glands. They are called sublingual and submandibular gland, right? Sublingual and submandibular gland, they also secrete salivary amylase and mucus, right? Okay. So this is their function. Now the salivary amylase have the pH value of 6.8. Average in a single human being 1000 ml to 1500 ml salivary or saliva is secreted per day, right? And salivary amylase have an enzyme which is called lysozyme. So lysozyme is an antibacterial effect. It have antibacterial effect. So saliva have antibacterial effect, right? If something, some bacteria or harmful pathogen, they will go inside our mouth with the food. So saliva have capability to fight with them, right? And because saliva contains the lysozyme. Clear? Please note down. Put the heading digestive gland. The first gland is salivary gland, right? So note down something about the salivary gland. In human, salivary glands are 3 pair, means total 6. If you want, note down in bracket 6. In human, the salivary glands are 3 pairs. Parotid, first parotid, comma, sublingual and submandibular. Parotid, comma, sublingual and submandibular. Full stop. Parotid glands are the largest salivary gland. Parotid glands are the largest salivary gland situated near the ears. Full stop. They secrete salivary amylase or alpha amylase. It is written over here. Salivary amylase or alpha amylase, which is also known as ptyalin. Next point. In the same this parotid gland, the disease. Have you listened about the disease mumps? So the disease mumps, is a viral infection. Is viral infection in parotid gland. Full stop. Submandibular and sublingual gland are smaller. They secrete are smaller. They secrete salivary amylase and mucus. Full stop. Next point. Saliva is slightly acidic. Saliva is slightly acidic with pH 6.8. Full stop. About 1000 to 1500 ml of saliva, about 100 to 1500 ml of saliva is secreted per day. Saliva also have lysozyme. Saliva also have lysozyme, which is antibacterial agent. Is that clear? Salivary gland clear? Yes, Martin and Shridika. Tell me, please. Hello, Martin and Shridika, both of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shridika, is that clear? Now the next type of the gland, they are the gastric gland, right? So gastric gland. So look, where the gastric gland are found. So gastric glands are basically found in the stomach. So this is the structure of stomach. In the wall of stomach, there are certain gland. They are called gastric gland. So these are the gland. This is the enlarged structure of gland, right? You can see this enlarged structure of gland. So in this gland, this is like crypt, right? So the surface, their mucus cell, they secrete the mucus, right? And there are parietal cells. There are some chief cells, right? And there are G cells. They are called uh, they are called uh, enteroendocrine glands, right? They are called G cells. So you can see the surface mucus cell, they secrete mucus, right? And parotid cells, they are also known as the parietal cells. Sorry, parietal cells, they are also known as the oxantic cell. They secrete HCl, right? Chief cells, they secrete pepsinogen and lipase, and G cells or enteroendocrine cells, they secrete gastrin, right? What is the function of this one? Mucus. So it's a gel-like structure. It protect uh, stomach, and then HCl, it kills the germs and prevent food for longer time being infected or being rotten. So pepsinogen and lipase, so they digest the. We'll study that they digest the protein and fat. Gastrin is a hormone. It is responsible for secretion of liver. It controls the secretion of liver and pancreas. Right? Is that clear? And collectively, all these things are called gastric juice. So gastric gland secrete gastric juice. So gastric juice is a combination of mucus, HCl, pepsinogen, lipase, amylase, prorenin, and gastrin. Clear, Martin? Hello, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Clear to you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So do one thing, Martin. Uh, First, note down like this way. Mucus cell secrete mucus. No doubt. I'm dictating. Mucus cell make a arrow secreting mucus. Parietal cell or oxyntic cell. Parietal cell or oxyntic cell. They secrete HCl and intrinsic factor. Chief cell, they secrete pepsinogen, lipase, amylase, and prorenin. And G cell secrete gastrin. Note down quickly. And let me know, Martin, when you note it down.
Okay.
Chidika, done? Martin, did you note it down? Chidika?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So please note down. There are there are numerous tubular glands. There are numerous tubular gland found in the wall of stomach called gastric gland. Full stop. They secrete gastric juice, which is combination of mucus, comma, HCl, comma, pepsinogen, comma, lipase, comma, amylase, and prorenin. Full stop. The pH value of gastric juice is 1.5 to 2.5. pH value of gastric juice is 1.5 to 2.5 in adult. One point five, 2.5 in adult. Full stop. In infant, pH is 5. Full stop. A healthy person secrete 2000 to 3000 ml gastric juice in a day. Next point. Gastric gland also secrete gastrin hormone. It is written over here. Gastric gland, very important. Gastric gland also secrete gastrin hormone that control secretion of liver and pancreas. That control secretion of liver and pancreas. So this was the secretion of gastric gland. Now next come to the liver and pancreas. Look, here you need to understand. So as when in the starting only, I have already told you that liver and pancreas both secrete their hormone with the help enzyme with the help of a common opening that is called hepatopancreatic ampulla, and this is the common opening. The part where they connect with the small intestine is called duodenum. So at the duodenum part they joint over there. In hepatopancreatic
Sir.
ampulla, yeah, yes, Martin.
Yeah. Sorry, sir.
Yeah. So are you not getting? Should I repeat it again?
No, no, yeah, I understand, sir.
Okay, fine. So look, this is the part of small intestine. So in the which part of small intestine they open? This is the duodenum. So duodenum is the part of small intestine, right? So both liver, this one liver and this pancreas, both open over here. So from here you can see there are bifurcation, or you can see there are the two tubes which are fusing. So the tube or pipe which is coming from the liver is called bile duct or hepatic duct, and the pipe which coming from pancreas is called pancreatic duct, right? So pancreatic duct, it bring the pancreatic juice, and bile duct it bring, or hepatic duct, it bring the bile juice, right? You can see here a green color structure, pear shaped structure. This is called gallbladder. So try to understand. Right now, the gallbladder do not have that much relevance in our body. According to scientists, this might be functional in our ancestors, right? So when we were a wild animal and we used to eat the flesh, means the invention of fire has not been done on that time. So we used to eat the flesh. On that time, the it must have some function, and used to digest this flesh part. After the invention of the fire, we changed our feeding habit, and due to the change in the feeding habit, we start cooking the food, and due to this behavior or this change, the gallbladder lost its relevance. Right now we do not do anything. What it do, the liver part, liver secrete bile juice. It take the bile juice and collect the bile juice, right? It hold the bile juice for some time, store the bile juice, and then it secrete to the bile duct. Is that clear or not? You have to make the diagram after the class. You must make the diagram after class. Martin and Chidika, did you got it? Whatever I explained to you. Right hepatic duct come from
Yeah.
right. Yes. Okay. One more thing. The pH value of bile. So liver secrete bile juice. Bile juice plus bile salt. So what liver secrete? Liver secrete two things: bile juice plus bile salt. And along with that, it secrete bilirubin and biliverdin. They are the excretory product, right? Bilirubin and biliverdin, and it secrete the bile juice or bile salt, right? So liver is the largest gland. In male, this is 1.4 to 1.8 kg. In female, 1.2 to 1.5 kg. So the size of the liver is smaller in female. Uh, yes, this is very important. Liver have a special kind of the cells called Kupffer cells. They are phagocytic. They eat the virus and bacteria, right? They have the fat storage cell and hepatic cell. So fat storage cell store the fat, and hepatic cell they secrete the bile juice, right? Bile is secreted by hepatocyte cells. Gallbladder, the function of gallbladder, it is store the bile. In rat and horse, gallbladder is not found, right? So that's it all about the liver and pancreas. Tell me, is that clear to you? Shidika, is that clear? Martin, clear? Okay. Martin, tell me, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please note down and leave some space for diagram after the class. You must note diagram, or you take the screenshot of this diagram and make the diagram after the class, but leave the space for diagram and start writing out liver and pancreas. Liver is the largest gland of human body. It is 1.4 kg to 1.8 kg in male. It is 1.4 kg to 1.8 kg in male, and in female it is 1.2 to 1.5 kg. Full stop. Liver secrete bile juice and bile salt. Liver secrete bile juice and bile salt from hepatocyte cells, a special kind of cells. Hepatocyte cells. Full stop. Bile juice also contain bilirubin and biliverdin. It is written over here. Bile juice also contain bilirubin and biliverdin. It is an excretory product and it provide yellow green color to bile juice. Next point. Liver also have fat storage cells and Kupffer cells. full stop. Kaffer cells are phagocytic cells. They eat bacteria and virus. Next, gallbladder remains attached with liver. It do not secrete any kind of enzyme, rather it store bile and then release into small intestine. Right. So this was all about the liver. Uh, Bile salt. Don't this one. Don't do. In NCRT there is a given very short. Now come to the pancreas. Look. So this is the pancreas. Uh, Pancreas. What pancreas is? So pancreas. This is the pancreas. So as I have already told you that there are pancreas have two kind of function. This have endocrine function, so it secrete the hormone insulin and glucagon. So we won't study this part right now. We will study in the last chapter of human physiology. And there are special kind of the cells. They are called acinar cells or cells of acne. They secrete the digestive enzyme, right? That is called pancreatic juice, right? So cells of acne they secrete pancreatic juice or pancreatic enzyme. This is 8.4 pH value, so it's a slightly basic, right? And pancreatic juice contains sodium bicarbonate salt and three proenzyme. Proenzyme means three inactive enzyme. They are trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, and carboxypeptidase, right? And they digest the protein, right? And they are inactive enzyme. Proenzyme is inactive enzyme, right? And it secretes some active enzyme like elastases, this for protein, digestion of protein, pancreases, sorry, um, pancreatic amylase, it digests carbohydrate, DNAs and RNAs, it digests DNA and RNA, and pancreatic lipase is it digests the fat, right? So there are some active enzyme, there are some inactive enzyme. They all and some salt, right? They all makes the pancreatic juice, right? And pancreatic juice is secreted by the cells of acne. So first, what I would like to say, note down like this way in the same sequence, right? And note down that they are secreted by cells of acne. Please note down right now. Done? Okay. Martin, did you complete it? Note it down.
Yes,
Okay. So please start noting down. Pancreas. Pancreas is grayish pink color gland, grayish pink color gland, which weight about 60 gram, which weight about 60 gram. Let's stop. It have rounded lobules called acini, ACINI. It have this one. It have rounded lobules called acini that secrete an alkaline pancreatic juice with pH 8.4. Full stop. About 500 to 800 ml, about 500 to 800 ml of pancreatic juice is secreted per day. Now you have already noted down what the pancreatic juice is. Like pancreatic juice is the combination of all these enzymes, right? So you need not to note down all that, right? So rest of the thing you have already noted down. And digestion part we'll study later, right? So come to the next point. What is that? I think glands are completed. Yes, one more gland is left. That is the intestinal gland. So look, basically this gland is very important for NEET exam. Try to understand. So these are the intestinal gland, right? This is the intestine, and inner part of the intestine is made up of some folding. Their purpose is basically absorption of the food, not secretion, basically absorption. So these foldings are called villi, right? Villi have two parts. The upper part is meant for absorption, and lower part is meant for secretion. Got it? Upper part is meant for absorption, they absorb the food. Lower part is meant for secretion. I have already made, right? So you can see the upper part, they have absorptive cell, they have blood capillary, means artery, they have veins, and there are some lacteal. So what are the lacteal? Lacteal are basically lymph vessel. They absorb the fat. I have written over here, right? You have to make only this part of diagram, only this part of diagram. In the lower part, there are intestinal crypt, right? This structure is called crypt, right? Intestinal crypt or crypt of lubricant. Try to understand this. This part is called intestinal crypt or crypt of lubricant. In crypt of lubricant, the lower part is called Brunner's gland. So what gland are found in small intestine or in villi or crypt of lubricant? They are called Brunner's gland. Brunner's gland, they secrete mucus and enzyme. What enzyme? The intestinal juice contain the enzyme is known as succus intricus. Try to understand, this term is given in your NCERT. So it secretes mucus and enzyme. This enzyme is called succus entericus, right? Succus entericus or intestinal juice. Succus entericus or intestinal juice, it contains its pH value is 7.8. It contains maltase that digests maltose, sucrase digest sucrose, lactase digest lactose, aminopeptidase, nucleopeptidase that digest DNA and RNA, nucleosidase digest nucleoside, and intestinal intestinal lipid, right? Lipase, sorry, intestinal lipase that digest fat. First, tell me, did you got it or not? Tell me. You have to note down only this structure, this part. Wherever I am moving my cursor, this part. Fine, very good, Shadika. So, Martin, got it? So, first, please make this diagram right. Please. Means you have to make the diagram from here to here. Like this. Look, you have to make only this diagram, only this. I mean, this part. This diagram, whatever I have in circle, you have to make only this part. Make it quickly with the name and show the absorptive part and intestinal crypt of lubricant. Martin, is that clear to you?
Yes.
Very. Oh, great. Martin, let me know when you complete it. You note it down.
I will.
Martin?
And also,
Sure. Okay. Now please note down the secretion of Brunner's gland, right? Is it visible to you people? Brunner's gland, that is mucus plus enzyme. Enzyme is called succus entericus, right? This is important. And collectively they are called intestinal juice, maltase, sucrase, lactase, aminopeptidase, nucleosidase, nucleosidase, and intestinal lipase. Now I think it should be more clear. Note down. Oh, okay. Done, Martin. Uh, Third last.
Yes, sir.
The third last is this is the nucleotidase because it digests nucleotide, right? And then there is a nucleosidase, right? It digests nucleoside. Nucleoside, right? So this is nucleotidase. Is that done? Now, Okay. So start noting now. Fine. So start noting now. Intestinal glands are formed by intestinal glands are formed by surface epithelium of a small intestine. Surface epithelium of the small intestine. These are intestinal crypt, intestinal crypt or crypt of Librecun. And Brunner's gland. Full stop. Next point. Intestinal crypt secrete mucus, that is gel-like substance. Next, Brunner's gland secrete mucus plus enzyme. Full stop. Enzyme of Brunner's gland is called succus entericus. It is the combination of above mentioned all enzyme. You have already noted down that thing. All these enzymes, maltase, sucrase, lactase, that you have noted down. Right. One last thing. The pH value of intestinal juice is 7.8 and it secrete about 2000 to 3000 ml juice in a day. So this was all about the digestive gland. Ask me if you have any question in digestive gland. If you want to go through the NCRT. Now we will start with the digestion of the food. Tell me, Martin and Shilika, both of you. Quickly. If you have any doubt. Martin, is that done? Tell me, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the first thing is that physiology of digestion means how the digestion. So, for what we did in this chapter, first we studied what is the internal structure or anatomy of digestive system. Then we studied what is the functionality of different glands, what exactly they are secret. Now we will come to know how the digestion is taking place. Means those enzymes which we have studied, what exactly they digest. So look, digestion of carbohydrate or sugar start from mouth, right? In mouth, what it do in mouth, it we know that the salivary amylase is secreted. So starch, that is the complex sugar, with the help of salivary amylase or ptyalin, is converted into maltose, isomaltose, and dextrin. Right? They are the simple sugars. So complex sugars are broken down to simple sugar. Now what happened after mouth? The food reaches to the small intestine. It means the digestion do not takes place in where? Stomach, right? Much more digestion do not takes place in the stomach, right? After that, what happened? In a small intestine, starch with the help of pancreatic amylase, it is broken down into maltose, isomaltose, and dextrin. Dextrin, alpha dextrin. Dextrin is also a sugar, right? It's a simple sugar. Now, these maltose, isomaltose, and dextrin, what happened with them? Maltose is with the help of maltase, it is broken down to glucose. Glucose is absorbed by our blood. Isomaltose, with the help of isomaltase, broken down to glucose. Glucose is simplest form, it is absorbed by blood. Sucrose is broken down by sucrase into glucose plus fructose. Both are the simple sugar. Lactose, with the help of lactase, broken down to glucose plus galactose. Now, alpha dextrin, with the help of alpha dextrinase, is broken down to glucose. Now, glucose, fructose, and galactose, they are the simplest form of sugar. They are directly absorbed by the villi into blood, right? And then they reaches into our cell. Tell me, is that clear? And if it is clear, note down this one as it is. Great. So please note down as it is. Copy it as it is. Martin, done?
Yes, sir.
Great. Uh, One more thing, do you know that the milk can be digested by humans only? No other animal can digest the milk, sugar, lactose, that is lactose. Lactose can be digested by humans only. That's why if you will give too much milk to your dog, it causes disease to that petty animal. Mind it. So don't give them too much milk because they cannot digest the. You can write it down. Only human being can digest lactose, sugar. Only human being can digest lactose, sugar present in milk. Then next thing is digestion or digestion of protein. Look how the protein is being digested. So protein cannot be digested in mouth. So digestion of sugar start in mouth only. So look, protein is made up of amino acid. We have studied in the structure of protein, carbohydrate, and fat in biomolecule chapter. So no need to mention that what is polymer, what is monomer. First, look in stomach. What happened? There is an enzyme called pepsinogen secreted in stomach. So pepsinogen is a proenzyme. It is an active enzyme. So when HCl is secreted, HCl convert pepsinogen into pepsin. Means it convert an inactive enzyme into active enzyme. Then protein is broken down by pepsin into peptides. Now there is again a proenzyme called proranine. It is an active enzyme. HCl convert proranine into ranine. Ranine is active enzyme. Ranine break down the milk protein casein into paracasein. Right? This enzyme is not ranine. This enzyme is not secreted in adult. Please note down. Ranine is an enzyme which is secreted only in children, not in adult one. Good. Martin, let me know when you note it down. Done, Martin?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this noted down this one that no, they are not secreted in adult, right? Ranine. Fine. Now, digestion in small intestine. Look, chymotrypsinogen. This is also an active enzyme. Trypsin convert chymotrypsinogen into chymotrypsin, an active enzyme, right? Protein is digested by, means broken down by trypsin into dipeptidases. Peptones converted by chymotrypsin into dipeptidases. Elastin, it's a protein which is found in animals, animal protein. Elastin is broken down by elastase into dipeptidases. They all are dipeptidases, right? Now, dipeptidases, all these dipeptidases are again broken down in the more smaller subunit. Dipeptidases broken down by aminopeptidases into amino acids, right? And dipeptidases also broken down dipeptidases into amino acids. Amino acid is the simplest form and it is absorbed by the small intestine. Please note down. So finally, the digestion of protein and fat that take place in the small intestine. So basically, the digestion, main digestion, right, core digestion that takes place in the small intestine. Note down, please. Digestion in a small intestine. And ask me if you have any doubt. Siddhika, did you note it down this one? This one? Digestion in small intestine? Okay, okay. Please note down this one. This one I think you have noted down already. Yeah. So yeah, sure, sure. Take your time. Note down this one. Digestion of protein in small intestine. Then we will study the digestion of fat. Okay. Martin, did you note it down?
Yes, sir.
Great. So this was the digestion of protein, right? Now come to the next part, that is digestion of fat. Right? So digestion of fat do not take place in stomach or in mouth, right? So fat, because the fat is digested by the bile. So what happened? Fat, there is a bile juice which is secreted by liver. We have studied. Fat is converted by bile, means into emulsified fat. So what bile do? Bile is a basic substance that reduces bile salt. They reduces the surface tension. They emulsify it, means they mix the fat with the water, right? So they make the emulsion. Emulsified fat is digested by lipase. Lipase is the main enzyme. It convert fat into fatty acid and diglycerides, right? Then again, diglyceride are broken down by lipase, the same enzyme, fatty acid and monoglyceride. Now, monoglycerides are again broken down by the lipase into fatty acid and glycerol, right? So that's how the digestion takes place, right? In the small intestine. Now, first, please note down this one. This is the digestion of fat, right? So digestion of fat takes place only in small intestine, neither in stomach nor in mouth. Chidika, you are taking a screenshot, but are you taking a screenshot? If you are taking a screenshot, make sure you note it down. Don't miss it, right? Okay, great. Martin, let me know when you note it down.
Okay.
Done, Martin? Martin?
Yes, sir.
Now, whatever you eat cell normally. So every cell, either it's a plant cell or an animal cell, so they have DNA and RNA. So what happened? Pancreatic juice, it have DNAs and RNAs. So DNA is broken down into deoxyribonucleotide by DNAs, and RNAs break down RNA into ribonucleotide, right? And so these DNAs and RNAs broke down to nucleotides, right? Now, in intestinal juice, there are nucleoside. So nucleotides break down these nucleotide into nucleosides plus phosphate, right? So that's how digestion takes place. Or digestion of DNA and RNA takes place. Note down this also, and this will be the last thing for the digestion. And in next class, in first 15 minutes, we'll finish the absorption, and next class we'll finish this chapter, and we'll start with the next chapter. I think it should be the respiration, human respiration. Yeah, comparatively, this is a smaller chapter, respiration. Hopefully in December we'll complete this syllabus, as I think.